Hi guys, my name's Emma and let's talk spooky stuff. So today I want to talk to you guys about a movie that is called Visions, and this movie is something you can find on Netflix in most countries, aka not Australia, but it was actually a request and I'm not going to try and say your name. I try to think about how I would say it, but it's not going to fly. So thank you so much for requesting this. I let you know that I was going to do this review, but thank you because I really enjoy this movie and it's kind of like a hidden gem of an okay horror movie, if that makes any sense to you guys. The movie actually stars a couple of well-known actors such as Isla Fisher is the main character, Jim Parsons aka Sheldon in The Big Bang Theory, Gillian Jacobs aka Britta from Community, and of course Eva Longoria. I'm sure I'm not saying that right. Quite a well-known cast for such a small, not really hyped up movie, so I was quite surprised by that. I didn't really realize that until obviously watching it, but it definitely delivers in a different way than any other horror I've seen on Netflix lately at least. The movie surrounds Isla Fisher's character, who is a pregnant woman who's just moved out to a wine region with her husband to start his dream of owning his own vineyard, and so they're living in this cozy little house that has a lot of history, and history indeed. This house seems a bit strange at first, and then things start getting really weird when the house seems to have some kind of effect on people who enter it. I'm not going to go much further than that because this one is full of twists and turns and I really want you guys to watch it yourself and figure it out. I assumed it was going down a certain path when I watched it at the start, but I was surprised by it and I'm really happy by that. You know, when you get surprised by a horror movie these days, you're like, oh, hats off to you. Like, you feel really excited. Things I did like about this movie is, obviously, if a horror movie is set in a vineyard, it's gonna be a beautiful. It was full of sweeping landscapes and, you know, vast horizons, and it was very beautiful and drawn out, and also really cool because when something has that kind of drawn out landscapes, wide open spaces, not many people around, it does feel very isolating, and I felt it gave it really cool, like, isolated twist to it, because this story really could have been done in a city, in a normal apartment, anywhere. So I really thought that was cool that they brought some beauty to the story. And as I said before, there's a few well-known actors in this movie and I thought they did a really good job, especially Isla Fisher. She was quite believable, very sucked in, and her character was written in a way that it was pretty difficult to play because she's always terrified or always on edge. And it does play into that whole factor about pregnancies and pregnant women, and I feel like I just keep watching these horror movies with pregnant ladies. You're gonna see that a whole lot on my channel lately. I just can't get away from them. There's a lot of movies about pregnant ladies, and I do feel like it's an out for a lot of horror movies to just put a pregnant lady in there, and if she's acting all crazy, then she's pregnant, which obviously I don't agree with, but I can see why they do it. It just seems like a cheap way to get out of a bad, sticky situation. But in saying all of that, they're believable characters, which is great acting, the beautiful landscapes, and the eerie type vibe it has. It still felt like something was missing from this movie, and maybe it wasn't the big huge budget that you expect horror movies like this with these kind of actors to be in, but it was something. I don't know if it was the sound design, because I liked that it was a little bit silent in places because of where it was set, but there was something missing, and I don't know, I just can't put my finger on it. If you guys have seen this movie, let me know down below what you thought it was missing, or if you thought it was missing anything. Another thing I didn't like about it was the jump scares. There is a few jump scares in this film, and that's why I kind of say it's kind of like a subpar horror movie with an original idea, so expect that, and if you don't mind some jump scares, this is definitely for you. One thing I really did like about the movie is the fact that they looked at the spiritual realm in kind of like a Japanese cultured way, where things leave imprints, and I really liked that idea, and I thought that was really interesting bringing that in to a Western movie that's not The Grudge, the remake of The Grudge, and I really enjoyed that, and it's really nice to see something different once in a while. This does remind me of a different movie, but I don't want to tell you what it is because it might give it away, but it is a foreign film. This movie is interesting and it's very different to your normal Sunday night viewing of a horror movie on Netflix. I definitely recommend it if you're into watching something a little bit chill, but it definitely pays off. I'm gonna give this one a personal score of 6. A scare score, I'm gonna give it a 4, only because there is the most glorious, intense scene that I had to jump up and pause the TV because I could not deal with it. Let me know if you guys figure out what that is down below in the comments. And for originality, I'm gonna give it a 7 because I kind of seen it done like this before, but not exactly like this, and I didn't see it coming this way, so it's original, but it's kind of like, you know, it's not special. It's got something missing. I don't know. But definitely check it out. I definitely recommend it to all of you guys. I know you guys will love it. Visions on Netflix, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Stay spooky. Bye.